Greetings, friends. This is video number 2 of my exercise regimen. Actually, it's video number 3, I'm sorry, because I did an intro and then I showed you about the Bowflex M5. So that was a cardio hell that I put myself through 1 to 2 times a week on average. Sometimes if I'm really good, I'll get in 3. So that is the cardio part of what I do. Now, today, we're going to go over the muscle part of what I do. Now, as a disclaimer, let's just say this right off the bat. As I said in the last video, I am not Arnold whatsoever. You know, I'm a skinny type of dude, so it's actually tough to keep muscle on me. That being said, this particular machine here has been very helpful so that I can keep some muscle tone even throughout the COVID crisis. This is the Bowflex Extreme SE. If you get a chance, check it out. You can pick it up online for, you know, you can probably get it for, this one I got for $300, this entire machine. And it's absolutely fantastic. There's about 50 different exercises that you can do with it. And I just do the basics. And what I try to do is I do, you know, let's say I'll sit at my desk working for maybe 2-3 hours at a time. And every 10 minutes, I'll get up and I'll come over and I'll do another set of whatever sort of exercise that I'm working on. So as an example, today I'm going to show you how I do chest in order to, you know, just maintain some level of tone and whatnot. I'll just show you a little bit about the machine. So you have these different bands in the background, and each one of them represents a certain amount of weight. For instance, this large band here is 50 pounds of resistance. Next one is 50, and then it goes down in increments. The next one is 30. The next 2 are 20. I'm sorry, the next 2 are 10 each, and then the last one is 5. All right. Now it's not 1-to-1. So if you're going to the gym and you're using weight plates that go on the opposite end of a bar and you're pushing them, that's actual weight. This is resistance. And as the bar goes further down, it increases the amount of resistance that it pushes back, up to the point where if you can get it, you know, depending upon the exercise you're doing, all the way down to the bottom, you're looking at about 100 pounds or 50 pounds of resistance, 50, 30, 10, 10, 5. All right. So what we're going to do a quick warm up. All right. And then we're going to go right into a much more elaborate set. And I'm not going to bore you with me, you know, lifting the whole thing or anything like that. And again, it's not like I'm lifting 350 pounds here. I mean, I would estimate it's probably like around the 130 to 150 mark when everything's all stacked up. I've never been able to calculate it exactly, but that's fine. So we're going to start off with 100 on this side of resistance, again, and then 100 on this side. So this will be just the warm-up. My guess is this is probably like about maybe, I don't know, 80 or 90 pounds, something like that. No big deal. All right, and I got my seat all the way up, so bear with me. That way that allows me to get a really, really good reach through when I'm pushing all the way to the full cabling of this. So I'm going to push, and here we go. All right, and we want to follow through. We want to get a 90-degree angle on the chest when we're pushing out. So that's why you see me angling up, because I'm kind of leaning back. Now note, when I hit the top, I want to kind of pause for a moment. I want to squeeze these together. I think that's 7. Let's say 6. That's 7. Okay, that's 15. And again, like I said, it's not a lot of weight, you know, and I've been doing this for decades. So, you know, 75, 90 pounds, not a big deal. I can usually lift my own body weight in the gym, but that's the limit. I remember this one time, I got a really good friend named Dank. Guy is like he's an act of nature, basically. He's like 6'4". He's just a huge guy. And one time we're in the gym together, and you know he's doing his thing. And I'm bench pressing, I'm all proud of myself and everything. And I sat down, and he basically took one of the dumbbells that I was bench pressing, and he started arm curling it. So there you go. Let's add on a little bit more weight. So now, this is about 130 on each side, about 260 in total. All right. So then, as you add on more weight, it gets a little bit more difficult. And in most cases, as the weight goes up, the number of repetitions of pushing out goes down. So now we're going to go from 15 to 10 and just do those. And again, very important, if you remember Tony Little's target training back in like the late 80s, early 90s, technique, technique. So you want to try to push through and make sure that you pause at the very top. Structure over repetitions is very important here. So here we go. I think that was 10. Kind of just dazed off into like thinking about work. Oops. All right, so that's I think about 260. Realistically, I guess that it's about half, so figure about 120 or 130, give or take a little bit. And again, the further this goes down, the higher the resistance. So you want to factor that in. If you're going for a completely full repetition, that's going to increase the amount of weight that you're feeling as you work through each repetition. All right, so we're going to finish this off with a final set. Then I'm going to get back to work. And this one is an additional 25 pounds on each side. So we're talking about a total of 310 pounds. Now that is technically 210 pounds is the actual max amount of weight resistance that comes with the machine. And there's new ones out there and everything like that. You can purchase 2 upgrades, each about 100 pounds. So I purchased the first upgrade. This is 310 pounds, which suits my needs. And then if you wanted to go like, really like Arnold, you could purchase yet another add-on for another 100 pounds. 50-pound bar of resistance on each side. So, those are the options. If you wanted to really go for the gusto, you can get more weight put on the whole thing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this probably 8 to 10 reps. Again, we've added on another 50 pounds of weight. So, and the other thing to note is usually you want to wait about anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes on average to really do these sets. And I'll explain to you at the end a technique that you can use to methodically space out your repetitions and get a lot of work done. Here we go, yo. Okay, so that is it. You finished that set. Now there's a variety of other things that you can do with this machine, and there's a lot of different attachments. You got this bar up here, I don't know if you can see it in the video, to do pulls to help strengthen your deltoid muscles right here. Even with this, just as an example, I'll just take off some weight here, but you can also do different types of chest exercises, which is what I spend these 2 hours on when I'm working chest on a given day. I basically take this, and instead of going out this way, what I'll do is I'll go up and back. And what that does is, instead of just handling this part of the chest, helping to tone that, it'll help the upper part of the chest, and that causes more bulk. And then you can also do downward, which is this way, like that. That'll help create that cut underneath. I should really work on that, but whatever. Yeah, and there's just a whole bunch of different things that you could do with this. You could do arm curls and a whole bunch of stuff. So I highly recommend it. A few other things. One, definitely space out your workouts. You know, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is a good rate. And then if you watch the previous videos that I did, you can easily hop on, you know, a cardio machine to kind of fill in the gaps. And give yourself some space. You know, I'm in my mid-40s. You know, I used to be able to go 6 days a week without, you know, feeling bleh the next day. Sometimes I need a little day off. So what my regiment is often these days is I'll do one workout, you know, on the gym, like for muscle, and then the next day I'll do cardio, and then I'll rest. And then I'll go back to weights, the next day cardio, next day rest. So it's a nice little setup, and I get 4 workouts in per week, maybe 5 sometimes. Works out pretty good, so something to consider. Now, the other thing that I recommend, and this is specifically on the days that you're building muscle, there is a technique called the Pomodoro Method. As an Italian, I love this method. Basically what it is you set timers for specific intervals. Usually my timers are anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. So I space my workouts not over 1 hour or 2 hours. Sometimes I'll space my workouts over 3 full hours. Every 10 minutes, I'll be working, and then when the timer goes off, I'll get up, I'll come over here, and I'll do 1 or 2 sets, finish up, head back. Not only does it help me to maintain my physical fitness during a time where we're all working from home, this is the home office, and we gotta, you know, kind of keep our physique sharp, but it also keeps the mind sharp because you continually are forced to get up, come back, and refocus on the same task. And I don't know if you're like me, but every once in a while I kind of head off into Facebook land, and all of a sudden that timer just jars me. I was like, oop, sorry boss, I gotta go back to, you know, so it just reminds me to stay on task. And, you know, as a web developer, a web development company, we have to stay on point very often because the customers depend on us. And that's what we want to produce good work for them, and we want to stay on task as often as possible. Once in a while, I'll head over to Facebook and post a funny meme of a dog, just so you know. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you are having a good day, and I hope these videos, you know, these small videos help inspire you to develop your own workout program. And as like I said in the previous video when I was doing the cardio, it's not about having the perfect program. There is no perfect program. Just get in the ring, just go at it, find something that works. And like my 2 favorite fitness instructors, Steve and Ava Eckert from Peak Physique, as well as John Enzio from Fit Body Boot Camp. No excuses and never miss a Monday. If you follow those 2 rules at the beginning, just go for it, and you'll have a great time working yourself out and developing a really nice mind, body, and spirit. Have a good one, guys. God bless you, and I'll see you for whatever video I do next. Take care.